You took the joy of my life. You took my only son for no reason. I think that you should pay for that.
A mother's words to her son's killer. ABC 15 investigator Dave Piscabing is diving into a tragic Arizona case, leaving one man dead, another under a cloud of suspicion, and a community reeling. What you're about to see is exclusive video.
And it is fueling the debate over what is murder and what is self-defense.
That's when I grabbed the knife.
Police video of a killer, in his own words.
That's when I just started slicing.
This is Robert Verdugo, and this is his version of how and why he stabbed Scott Johnson to death 2 years ago.
Did you stab him, or did you just swing it?
Robert Verdugo claims it was self-defense.
You felt threatened by?
Oh, yeah.
The question is, was it murder?
You have to live without your son. You'll never see him again.
After a night out drinking, Scott Johnson stops at this home to see two girls he knows from high school. But when Scott knocks at the door, their roommate, Robert Verdugo, comes out and tells Scott to leave. It turns into a heated argument.
Globe 911, what is the emergency?
Before police can get there, Verdugo goes inside, grabs a 6-inch hunting knife, and heads back outside.
So they're fighting. Can you get someone up here, please?
When police arrive, Scott is laying in the street in a pool of his own blood. Flown to Maricopa Medical Center, doctors deliver the bad news to his mother.
And I'm a nurse. I looked at his face and I said, "You lost him, didn't you?" He said, "Yeah."
Gila County Attorney Daisy Flores has declined to bring any charges at all.
I believe he acted in self-defense.
He's just walking around free. The man should be in prison.
Scott Johnson's family says it does not add up to self-defense.
I think that the investigation was poor.
There were issues there in the case.
Flores also admits Verdugo changed his story several times.
There were discrepancies, absolutely.
He told police at the scene Scott knocked on the door. Later, he claimed he tried to force his way in.
Was there ever any evidence that he tried to gain access to the home?
I didn't have any evidence to show that he ever tried to forcibly enter.
Verdugo says Scott swung first.
Came after me, you know, like that.
But police report and crime scene photos verify Verdugo had no injuries.
What's your opinion of his credibility?
Well, you know, he has a challenging past.
The case file includes posts from Verdugo's MySpace page, pictures of cash and guns, references to drugs.
He'd had a drug problem in the past.
And the night he stabbed Scott to death, Robert Verdugo says he took methadone, Xanax, Paxil, and Ambien.
How come Mr. Verdugo wasn't tested for drugs, for alcohol?
Should have been. That should have been part of the Globe Police Department's investigation.
Scott's family hired Bill De La Torre, a retired Phoenix detective, to look at the case. He says his biggest issue is where the county attorney believes Verdugo gave Scott the fatal stab wound.
The entire altercation occurred in the carport.
De La Torre believes it could not have happened near the house because the medical examiner found the fatal blow punctured Scott's heart, severing his aorta. He points out there's only small drops of blood found on the driveway and doubts Scott could have walked more than 70 feet with that injury.
Is not credible because of the amount of blood loss.
I can't even imagine the pain he must have felt.
Under pressure from the family, Flores asked the Pinal County Attorney's Office to review her decision. They agreed Verdugo would be difficult to prosecute.
It's important to know that lawmakers changed self-defense laws dramatically 6 years ago. Now the prosecutors have to prove that the person acted without justification, and that comes down to a standard of what's reasonable.
You have no duty to retreat in Arizona. He reasonably believed that deadly physical force was necessary to protect himself.
But Scott Johnson's family does not agree.
Scotty will never get married. He'll never have children.
They want the case reopened.
I don't think that taking a 6-inch hunting knife to an argument is normal or reasonable.
So where is Robert Verdugo now?
Well, Katie, we tried to track him down but didn't have any luck, and he didn't respond to any of our requests for an interview. But we recently received some information that he may have left the state. But you can see the entire police video with his version of events on our website, along with crime scene photos and other evidence.
Yeah, you can decide for yourself, and we want to know what you think on abc15.com. We've actually put up a poll of whether you think self-defense was justified.
Well, tracking your forecast now, it was a simply gorgeous day from start to finish.